Hello and welcome to my classroom. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to teach your child to read in 16 weeks. I have a resource that's called Reading is for Everyone. In this resource, you're going to find all of the skills needed for reading. And so you can start at the beginning and work through all the activities, the books, and the spelling lists that I'm going to show you today. And at the end of the 16 weeks, your child will have covered all of the reading skills that they need to read and to read well. It's just a matter of practice once you learn the rules and the skills. So let me get started today. This is just going to be the first step in learning how to read. So the first thing that you're going to get in the Reading is for Everyone resource, and the link will be below so that you can get a copy of that at my website. But the first thing in there are these little letter cards, and the little letter cards contain every letter of the alphabet. And then what you need to do to make sure that your child is ready to start reading, you need to assess or check their knowledge of the letters and the sounds. So you can use just something fun. I just have a bucket here that I can use, and as my child or the student that I'm working with says the letter, this is letter Y, and what does Y say? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can put it in the bucket, and you can just keep continuing to do that and make sure that they know all the letter sounds. The ones that they don't know, don't put it in the bucket, and then that way you'll know the letters that you need to work on. So if your child is not ready if they have not mastered the letter sounds, then that's what you work on. You work on that until they can get them. Now, if your child needs to work on the letter sounds, I'm going to put the link below for another video that I made on hand motions for all the letter sounds. So for example, there's S, and S makes the sound S like a snake. And here's G, and G makes the sound G, 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 like gulping water, G, 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 G. So make sure they have all the letter sounds down. And again, just assess them or test them and just kind of add the letters, or let them add the letters to the bucket or basket or jar or whatever you're using. Kind of try to make it fun, and then make sure they have all the letter sounds down. Now I want to go a step further with the vowel sounds, because every word in the English language has to have a vowel, at least one, and many words, the bigger words, of course, have more than one. So I'm going to show you my Vowel People Puppets. I have a different video. The link will be below so that you can watch how to teach the vowels using these Vowel People Puppets. But I'll show you very quickly. There's my friend A. A needs to sneeze, and A says ah, 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 as in achoo. So you can see that the letter A is her head, and she's sneezing ah, ah, ah. And this is the letter E. There's old man E, and he can't hear very well. When you speak to him, he's going to say, eh? What did you say? Eh? And you can see his ear looks like the letter E. And then next is I, and I looks like a lollipop, an icky, sticky lollipop. Eh, eh. And then there's O, and O has a sore throat. He goes to the doctor and has to say, ah. You can see his mouth is letter O, ah. And then there's letter U, and U has a full tummy. And U says, oh, tummy ache. Oh, see his tummy looks like the letter U. Oh, okay. So once they really know the letter sounds and they really, really know the vowel sounds, then they are ready to read. So the next thing would be to blend two sounds together. And so that's just a matter of knowing how to put each of the letters with the vowels, but I don't even think you have to spend much time on that. They just need to know how to blend sounds together. So for example, I might put a letter M with all of the vowel sounds. I might put an M with A, E, I, O, and U, and just let them practice making two letters go together. You could spend a lot of time on this, but if your child knows all the letter sounds, I would not. I would be ready for the next step, but they do need to know how. They can't just say ah, ah. They've got to know how to put those sounds together. Ah. Make them roll together. Ah. Ah. Okay, so that's another skill that you just need to kind of make sure they're ready for. So if they know the letter sounds and they really have those vowel sounds and they understand that the letters kind of have to blend together, ah becomes ma, then they are ready for what we're going to be doing in this resource called Reading is for Everyone. And so the first step after all those initial things are done is we're going to take a look at this little spelling list right here. So this is a spelling list, and it's going to help them to work on short vowel sounds. That's the first week, what we're going to work on for week 1. And as you can see here, 1 through 3 all focus on short A. And then 4 through 6 focus on short E. And then 7 through 9 focus on the short I sound. And then 10, 11, 12 have the short O sound. And then 13, 14, 15 have the short U sound. So that's basically what you're working on in this first week. You're working on getting those letter sounds, practicing those vowel sounds, getting those letters blended together. And this is a short vowel spelling list. So Monday, give them this list, help them to read them. You read the word, let them read the word. So number 1, 10, and then pal, bat, set, pen, met, big, lip, hit, top, log, dog, tub, pup, sun. And then let them try to read the list. And they don't have to read the list all on Monday. The first day, in fact, you could just read it and then let them repeat. Tan, tan, pal, pal. Why don't you do that on Monday? I think reading them all at once is going to be a little overwhelming if they're just beginning. So let them repeat. Let them try to read it and repeat after you. And then throughout the week, continue that. Let them try to repeat, and then eventually they'll read by the end of the week. Hopefully they can read the whole list by themselves. And actually, this is their spelling list. This is their spelling test for Friday. So all week long, they're working to read these, but they're also working to learn how to spell them. And they should be able to do that. If they know the letter sounds and you say tan, they can sound that out. Tan, tan, T-A-N. So this is kind of reading and spelling hand in hand. That's the beauty of this program. The same day on Monday, you're going to introduce them to a little book. And here is the little booklet for week 1. It's called The Bug. And this entire book works on short vowel sounds. It also has one sight word that they may not know. And so at the back of the book on the last page, it says words you may not know. And so this is a sight word. Now, a sight word is a word that you need to memorize by sight. You have to teach your child to see this and know what it is, because if they try to sound it out, here's what it's going to sound like. T-eh, te, te. And that's not te, that's the. So you unteach the sight word the for this book. So teach them the sight word through the week. Introduce it on Monday. This is the, and practice it a few times. And then let's go over the booklet. So I'm going to read it to them on Monday. It's called there's that sight word, the bug. Okay. The bug is big. It is in the bus. It is on the cat. It is on the pig. It is on top of the hat. The bug will rest in the sun. Okay, so that's the end of the book. So read it to them on Monday, give them the book, and let them begin to practice. They can color the pictures. They can see where the bug is. I don't want them to memorize, although at the beginning that's okay because that's going to help them to process what they're reading. Just the pictures are going to help them and just kind of reinforce that at the beginning because you do not want them to be overwhelmed. You want them to feel confident in their reading. So that's okay if they memorize it. It's okay if they see the bug is in the bus and that triggers that as they're reading it. It's okay. Just let them read it. And by the end of the week, hopefully they will read it for themselves, all by themselves. They can read that one reader by Friday, and they can do that one spelling list by Friday. And they're going to know this sight word, the. So all three of those things go hand in hand. The reading book, the sight word list for this week, it's just the one, and then the spelling list. And on Friday, they'll have a spelling test. So if you do those things week 1, and by Friday, they can look at this and say they get a 100 on their spelling list, and they can read that book for themselves, then you are ready for week 2. And I will make another video to show you week 2 and all the things that you're going to do for that week. So hopefully this helps. Reading is for everyone, and so is spelling. And you can get those 2 resources along with the Vowel People Puppets at all of the links for everything that I've talked about today will be below. If you have any questions, please comment or email me. I would be happy to answer those for you. And I'll see you in the next video.